Good afternoon, everybody, from Sommo Fest. This is Canadian music in the 80s and 90s and more. That's what makes it Canadian. And I am here with a very talented new artist. I don't know how new you are, but you are to me anyway. I'm happy to discover you. Maggie Andrew, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Is this your first time to Sommo Fest?
It is.
Are you excited to play tomorrow?
I'm really, really excited.
Is this this is one of the bigger shows you've been playing?
Yeah, headlining the Amazon Sandbar stage, which is crazy to say because the other acts were on there, like Baby Jake and Lolo. I love their music, so to know that I'm the last guy on that stage tomorrow night is a pretty crazy feeling.
And you're here early, so you're getting a chance to go around, check out some of the other artists, and
I am.
And it's a lot of people you know hanging out here too.
Oh yeah, Adam Baldwin I saw backstage with his whole crew. Goldie Bootlier was here, and yeah, that's all I know for right now, but more are coming later.
I'm sure you'll meet some more people this
For sure.
weekend and make a lot of connections. And you've done a lot of shows this summer. You did the Sound of Music Festival out in Burlington. How was that?
It was amazing. It was my first time in Burlington, and that festival was incredible. Seeing the people pull their boats up from the water to watch the stage was so cool. It was a beautiful day. I loved it. There were lots of people there, and I got to play songs from my new EP, which was really, really cool for the very first time, and yeah, I had a blast.
And how the EP's pretty fresh, isn't it? It's fairly new.
June 14th.
June 14th. So how long was that in the works for?
Well, I've wanted to make an EP for like 5 years, but I never had enough songs that I loved enough to say, here's a full body of work by me that I want people to listen to. So over the past year and a half, I think is kind of how long it took for that. I got together with some amazing writers and collaborators, Corey LaRue, Carlton Stone, Willie Stratton. We all got together and we wrote a lot of songs, and they all made the cut for the EP, and then I got to put it out, which was really, really incredible.
And what was the production like? Was it, did you play a lot of the stuff, or did you have a band, or?
Most of it, Corey LaRue produced a lot of it, and then I did have Willie Stratton play some guitar on there. I had a lot of my friends kind of involved with the process of certain aspects of the recording. Definitely a lot of it is, since it's pop music, it is a lot of made on the computer, made on a DAW.
Right.
And yeah, I played like some of the songs. I kind of came up with the melody lines, and then I had people who are better at playing instruments than me play them on the recording and stuff. And it was a little bit different for each song as we go through the EP, but overall it was mostly Corey LaRue did a lot of work, and Carlton as well. They worked together on some of the songs.
And what's it like trying to pull it off live? Is it fun doing that, or do you get a full band together?
Oh, I have a full band. It's amazing. Live is really, really fun. Since that's more of like a newer thing that I've been doing. I played my first show last year, so now it's kind of like I got the hang of it now, and it's really going. I have a band, my 4 boys, and they all play my songs. I have a couple with tracks, but most of it's pretty rock. The live show is completely different from what you hear in your ears when you go on streaming and listen to it, which is kind of the point of why I wanted to get a band and make this whole experience, so that you get something different at the show than you do online.
Sure. And you've got a busy schedule ahead of you after today.
I do.
You are heading right out. Where are you headed after that?
Going to Toronto for the Juno Masterclass next week.
What's that all about, the Juno Masterclass?
So because I won the CBC Searchlight this year, it secured my spot in the Juno Masterclass, which I applied to last year, and I really wanted to go, but I didn't have enough live performance experience to go or to properly apply. So now Searchlight guaranteed me, secured my spot, and I'm all the way in. And basically it's a week full of master classes of, I call it Hannah Montana camp, basically, because it's like you get media training, photo shoot, performance coaching, you get one-on-one with mentors, so you get to learn a lot about music business, songwriting, a lot like online, and we get to tour the TikTok office, which is pretty cool. We have a social media session, and then we also do a showcase on the second last day where it's like all the industry, like the Junos, Kara's people, they're all there, and you're gonna come watch us. I get to go first, And then they pick someone from the masterclass and they send them to the Junos next year in March, which is pretty cool. And I really want that spot. So I'm flying my band up to Toronto for the night to play. You only play 3 songs. We're going to play 3 songs and hopefully knock it out of the park. And part of getting flown to the Junos in 2025, you also get to perform at the awards gala, which is crazy. I went to the Junos in Halifax and I went to the awards gala.
Did you go this year in Halifax? Because it's right in your own backyard.
Yeah, I did go, and I got to go to the awards gala, which was crazy and incredible. I saw the beaches. I saw Luke Kalla perform. So just knowing that in my near future that could possibly be me, I'm pretty excited, and I'm just ready to kind of soak up this whole experience and all this opportunity.
But you were up here in PEI for the East Coast Music Awards this year. And how was that experience for you? You won an award too, didn't you?
I did. I won my very first ECMA back in May, and I performed at the ECMAs as well, which was my first award show performance. And coming up to that, actually, I had just gotten back from LA, and we didn't have time to rehearse. I was just told the boys we're going up there and we're having fun, and we did it, and it was amazing. And it was that's where my mindset kind of shifted, just to have fun and make sure that everybody's enjoying their time. And now that's my whole mindset for everything going forward, is have fun.
And you've got a big online presence. I've seen you've had a lot of exposure online, like in the millions, which is pretty incredible.
A little bit.
I hope that helps you out a lot, because it's always great to see young artists grow and get better. Where do you see yourself going? Music, is it an open book for whatever kind of music you want to do? Like you've got quite a bit of variety of music on your EP, so it seems to me that you're influenced by a lot. Yeah,
I feel like most of my music comes from my experiences and emotions in life, or like just certain feelings. So whatever that feeling kind of sounds like to me at the time is kind of what the music sounds like. And I kind of just like to pick my voice as the people hear my voice, and it's like, oh, it's pretty distinct, and you can decipher that it is a Maggie Andrew song, whether it is a ballad or it's a little more rock or punk or rap. It's like, it's just got some kind of little edge to it, which I'm just hoping, I honestly think in the future, whatever's coming for 2025, the next music and songs that I write probably won't sound like the EP I just put out, because it's gonna reflect what I've gone through in this time and what I'm going through, and that could have a whole different sound. So I'm excited to see what that will sound like.
And would you be open to getting your band involved in it too, like in the writing and putting it together in the studio maybe, or recording?
Maybe, but mostly like my music and songwriting, my whole like artistry is kind of a solo thing, because my music is really important to me, and what I sing about is really authentic because it stems from inside of me. So I think kind of what I got going on over here, and I'll keep my like live stuff probably separate. And also my boys in my band, they play with a lot of other musicians as well. So
yeah, I was gonna say they probably have a lot of stuff.
I'll write the songs, and when we get the tour, then I know they'll come, and we'll just see what happens.
Because your lyrics are quite personal, some of the songs that I've listened to, and some of the videos are quite incredible. How is your video making process like? Is there someone in particular you work with on videos?
Yeah, in the beginning, I mean, there's a couple people actually. Andy Hines, I worked with him in the beginning when I made a trilogy of videos kind of about my life, and it was during the pandemic a little bit, and he was living in LA. I was living in LA at the time, but he's originally from Nova Scotia, and he had told me he was moving back, and he was like, do you want to come? And I was like, sure. So we all moved back to Nova Scotia together, and it kind of aligned, and we shot these videos in Hubbards, and getting this whole Nova Scotia crew together really felt amazing. And I had a lot of my friends on the set. I got to hire a lot of my friends to be in my video, which is cool, and being able to give a job to a friend is always amazing, and something I love doing, and working with friends is really great. Did that whole trilogy with Andy Hines, which was absolutely amazing. And then more recently, I've been working a lot with Brendan Lyle, Moose Can Fly. He's from Cape Breton. And we just kind of have like a weird little vibe where we love making videos that are kind of like visually like, oh, there's like blood coming out of your stomach. Yeah. We were just like, let's just go crazy. And I love making something that looks shocking, or it's obscure, or it's not fitting the mold of what you would think that it should or something. I love making sure that what I'm doing is what I want to be doing, and I don't care if you don't like it, it's whatever. this is how I want to show the story and how we want to tell it, and that's what we're always going to do.
Well, it's good you have the input into what's going to be going on in the stream because you're the one that wrote the song.
Exactly.
It's great to see that kind of thing happen. Man, I'm really excited for your future.
Thank you.
And I have the best show here at Sommo. I'm sure it'll be awesome.
I'm excited.
It's only the second year, but it's looking really good.
Yeah.
It's looking like a really good time out there. And
It is really great time. The weather's supposed to be amazing all weekend. The shows I've seen so far have been really great, and first time here, first time at Sommo, and I haven't even made it to the back of the field yet, and I'm just like loving it, and I want to come back every single year.
I can't thank you enough for joining me and giving me an insight to the beginning of what I hope is going to be a long career.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Take care, everybody.